Sometimes what we see is not the actual reality. Or I can say that sometimes we cannot see the actual reality. There are times when all of us had believed what we had seen through our eyes. It's a human tendency and it is quite natural. But there are moments when this human tendency works as a curse for us. This story starts on a winter day of December. The chilly winds were flowing in the city of Delhi. The thick layer of fog has covered the entire city, and the white drops of fog can be seen over the green leaves. The winter vacations of the schools have been started, and the end terms of colleges are also over. Every human is rolled into the blanket of laziness, including Shweta. It's been 8:30 a.m. in the morning, and Shweta was still under her blanket, sleeping comfortably. But soon, her mother entered her room. Shweta! Shweta jumped out of her bed, surprised and terrified at the same time, with her eyes wide open, like someone has exploded a bomb over her head. Confused and annoyed by her mother, Shweta went towards the bathroom. After coming back, she looked for her red scarf that she had left on the bed before going for bath. She tossed the blanket aside, looked under her bed, asked her mother, but she could not find her red scarf. All she remembers was that she left it on the bed. Looking her running here and there all confused, her brother Ketan asked her what happened. She told him about the red scarf and how she is not able to find it. Ketan asked her, "Are you sure you checked your bed properly?" "Yes," Shweta replied. They went to her room and her brother first looked at the bed which was clean, and then he checked the blanket that Shweta had thrown at the floor. When he searched the blanket, he found her scarf rolled inside the blanket. With this incident, Shweta understood one thing, that we should not doubt our memory. Everything remains where it was left. We just have to think calmly and look thoroughly. Few days after this incident, police came to Shweta's house asking about her brother Ketan. When Ketan came in front, the police officer asked him about Namit and was he with him yesterday. Ketan said yes. The police told Ketan that yesterday Namit's flatmate Santosh has been killed. They suspect Namit since the door lock has not been broken or there are no signs of a stranger infiltrating the house. But Namit told them that he was with Ketan yesterday from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. and the murder took place at 6 p.m. Ketan was a software engineer. Santosh was his colleague in the company and Namit was Santosh's flatmate. Ketan used to go on trips with them. That's how he and Namit became friends. Police asked Ketan to explain his yesterday's routine in detail. Everyone, including Shweta, listened Ketan carefully. Ketan said, "Day before yesterday, Namit called me, and while talking, we made up the plan to meet next day at a hotel for a small get-together since we haven't met for a while. According to the plan, all three of us were going to meet, but Namit told me that Santosh had another plans, so he didn't came. We checked in the hotel room. Namit had brought a bottle of wine and a DVD of a movie. We drank while watching the movie. During that time, I started to feel sleepy. Namit woke me up after some time and said that he had ordered food for us. I asked him for how long I have been sleeping. He said that I had slept for only 30 minutes. I checked my watch and it was short time 6 p.m. I was still feeling dizzy, so after having the meal, I slept and told Namit to wake me up after 1 hour. He woke me up by saying that it's been 8 p.m. in the watch. I asked him why didn't he woke me up early. He said he tried but I was in deep sleep. After that we ordered coffee and after drinking our coffee, I left for my home. My time of departure should be approximately 8:30 p.m. because my favorite RJ's show comes at radio at 8:30. Police officer had a serious look over his face. He was staring at Ketan's face which was already gone pale. He said, "Look, Mr. Ketan, it is a 30 minutes drive to Namit's apartment. Take 15 minutes more if we travel at office hours. I don't know how long you slept, but you are saying that at 6 p.m. Namit was with you at the hotel. While according to the report, he has to be 30 minutes away at his apartment. Now either the forensic experts are wrong or you are lying to us." While the police officer was scaring Ketan with the consequences of lying to police, at the time, Shweta was thinking about his story, and while thinking, she looked at her brother's wristwatch tied to her left hand, showing the time 12 pm, while her wristwatch and wall clock are showing 12:30 pm. Shweta had a weird look on her face. She remembered how a scarf got rolled into her blanket and it looked like it was not there. She understood that Namit's trick lies within those 30 minutes gap. She closed her eyes and think harder. She clenched her thumbs between her fingers and bit her lips. Her stressed body language was telling how hard she was training her brain to find the answer. Here, police officer was taking Ketan to police station for further questioning. As they proceeded towards the door, a voice comes from behind. Wait! It was Shweta's voice that halted everyone on their places and drew their attention towards her. She said, I know how did Namit was with my brother at 6 pm. Everyone was confused in the room that how does she know anything about this? But before anyone could ask her, she started talking like she was eager to tell everyone what she has found. She said, take a look at the Ketan's wristwatch and the time on the wall clock. The difference is exactly 30 minutes. She continued. Ketan and Namit met at 4 pm at hotel. They checked in the room and had some drinks. Namit spiked Ketan's drink. The medicine showed his effect soon and my brother slept while watching the movie. Namit left the movie played and went to his apartment, killed Santosh and returned at 6:30 pm. After that, he reversed the movie 30 minutes, changed the time on Ketan's wristwatch and mobile to 6 pm. He ordered food and woke Ketan up to create his alibi for 6 pm. After eating their meal, let's say it took them 30 minutes to eat, Ketan slept again and Namit changed the time on every clock once again. But this time, he missed Ketan's watch. Ketan didn't sleep from 6:30 to 8 pm. He slept from 7 to 8 pm. After 1 hour, Namit woke Ketan, after which they had coffee and left the hotel. Shweta took a deep breath and opened her eyes. Everyone was looking at Shweta with a surprised look on their face. She talked so fast, even the police officer gave a dumb expression to her. But as she said, when the police officer inquired the hotel manager, he told them that the meal was ordered at 6:35 pm by Namit. Police also checked the Ketan's watch and mobile, and they found Namit's fingerprints over it. And through blood tests, police also found that Ketan was drugged by Namit. So now you see, things remain just like they look. It's our way of looking at those things that is not correct. Don't panic. Just take a deep breath, calm your mind, and look closely. See you next time on The Truth Finder.